Hey everybody, how's it going? Kozmo Miller here, right in Atlanta, Georgia for Web 2.0 television. And of course, we're exploring some different things happening on the Atlanta art scene. And of course, we do have a very rich art scene here, thanks in part to my uncle, former Mayor Maynard Jackson, who actually, in one of his first terms, devoted some city funds to the development of a department called the Bureau of Cultural Affairs, which in turn takes care of all of the city's art needs. And of course, has developed Atlanta into a blossoming arts community. And one of our very popular sons of Atlanta here doing his thing has been representing his work and representing Atlanta very well in recent years. There's a gentleman hailing out of New York by the name of Mr. Fahamu Pecou. How you doing today?
What's up, Kyle? How you doing?
Good. Fahamu is of Panamanian origin. He's coming out of New York. He is a very accomplished graphic artist. He also is a oil painter as well in other mediums, and he's very accomplished, has his own operations, does a lot of great stuff. Why don't you tell us more about what's going on?
All right. Well, again, my name is Fahamu Pecou. I am a painter, graphic designer here in Atlanta. And behind me, you see some examples of my work. My series is called Neo-Pop, and I'm pretty much known for these paintings on the covers of art magazines.
When did you start doing that?
Well, it started about 2 years ago. It was an evolution of an idea, a marketing campaign I started called Fahamu Pecou is the Shit. Where I basically, using guerrilla tactics, started promoting myself, my website, my art, posters, stickers, T-shirts, etc. And then the idea kind of came to do magazines. When you look at a person on a magazine, you're like, I must know this person. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
This must be somebody important.
Exactly.
They're the cover of a magazine. And so, taking that idea, I started projecting myself and my own thoughts, ideas, comments about society, culture onto the covers of magazines.
Right. Kind of like this is the modern day Andy Warhol type thing. Definitely a continuation of pop art. And you're going to find all sorts of styles, mediums, and different types of artists here in Atlanta. Now, your office is located in the area called the Castleberry Hill District, which is kind of a trendy loft district, but it also features a lot of art galleries.
So, very true. One of the things you find is in a lot of lower income communities, you start to get an attraction of artists. Especially when you have loft space. They want to move in and turn them into studios, and that's in essence what happened in Castleberry.
Right.
Soon the galleries followed, and now the people with the money have followed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a transitional neighborhood. There's a lot of art galleries and artists here, but it's slowly growing and becoming the popular arts district in Atlanta. There's about 9 galleries in total over here now.
Imagine that 9 galleries on basically a 2 or 3 block radius based on 2 streets. So this is really a jumping kind of district in terms of artists and things of that nature. Now they have all kinds of galleries going on. They have a lot of different gallery crawls where you can come one weekend and you can just check out 5 or 6 different galleries and things of that nature for all different types of artists that are showing their work. And speaking of showing their work, you have a showing at the Georgia Museum of Contemporary Art this weekend.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Museum of Contemporary Art, Georgia, Friday, the 12th. And I'll be showing at the museum at Georgia College and State University in February.
Okay.
I'm in the show in Raleigh, North Carolina in March. I have my first solo show in New York in September. I'm in the show in Little Rock, Arkansas in August.
You got a whole tour going on.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all laid out. So.
Okay, that's great. So that's the 2007, what is it, 2007 Fahamu Pecou is the Shit tour?
Let's call it that.
Fantastic. Now, we just don't want to confine you to the United States. So, you've got this Panamanian background. Your dad's from Panama. You visit there a lot.
Right.
Tell me about some of the things that you're doing down there.
Well, I'm actually a member and an organizer with an organization called Taller Portobello, which is basically Portobello Studio. And what we do is we plan cultural excursions, artistic excursions to the country of Panama, in particular the city of Portobello, where we do artist workshops and different types of workshops year-round. And in addition, the artists of the Taller, including myself and 7 guys from Portobello, Panama, and my mentor, Dr. Arturo Lindsay, we do exhibitions around the world, showcasing the work and featuring, work that talks about the culture of Portobello, which is, a whole nother story.
Exactly. So, yeah. So you go to Portobello about what, twice a year?
Yeah, I try to go down about twice a year.
Twice a year, great. And you also work with younger artists there as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's the Taller is a workshop where, everyone who works in that workshop is a workshop trained artist.
Okay.
So they're, they don't have like a formal school education in art. They come around, hang out in the studio, watch their older brothers or their dad in their painting, and then the little kids start to pick it up. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
it just keeps moving from generation to generation, which is a beautiful thing.
Great, great. So what are some of the future plans here?
Well, with Taya Portobello, we've recently acquired some property on the bay, and we'll be building, our own permanent facilities there.
Wow. Okay.
And hopefully, a little later on, we'll be able to permanently staff it so that people can go at any time and participate in whatever events are going on. There's a lot of cultural and historical types of events and stuff that happen year round in Panama and in Portobello, and the guys at the Taya are always very active in those things.
Man, so his future so bright, you gotta wear shades. He is the man, the artist, the shit, Mr. Fahamu Pecou. Kozmo Miller here for Web 2.0 television right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Click on it.